Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited because we are going to be reviewing the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer and the Magic Star Powder. I just literally got back from the Morphe store today. I headed over. Today is Friday, April 19th. The concealer just launched in the store. So I headed over to Planet Hollywood's Miracle Mile shops here in Vegas and I picked it up for you guys, and I just came right home and jumped on, turned my camera on, and we're filming this video. So it was kind of unexpected and kind of like a random impulse decision, but I figured I would get this out to you as soon as possible so that you guys could decide if you wanted to go ahead and purchase or not, and if these were good and worth the hype. So if you guys want to see me apply them, hear my thoughts, watch me wear test them. I'm going to put it on for a couple of hours. It is kind of late in the day right now, but I am going to wear it and we're going to see how it performs. So if you guys want to see all of that good stuff and see if this is worth the hype, then keep on watching. Okay, you guys, here we go. Let me wipe my hands off. So I just applied foundation, primer and foundation. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer on, and I also have the Fenty Pro Filter foundation. My shade is 260. And we are going to go in with the concealer first. I got the shade C13, which is described as a medium shade with neutral undertones. I tend to go either way. Like in MAC foundations, I tend to be NC, which is more yellow, but then in other things, I'm warm, so I kind of go either way. So that's why I chose the neutral. I did swatch a bunch of them at the store, and the warms were definitely too warm, and the cools, the olives are definitely wrong for me. I'm not an olive undertone. That looks super ashy on me. And then the cools were like, I could have gone cool. I think I could have gone cool, but this one seemed to be the best fit, and that's, again, C13. This is the packaging. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but if not, it is very, very extra. It is very Jeffree Star. It has a little star at the top, this little jewel tone, this little jewel top, and you unscrew it, and this is the doe foot that it has. It's probably better if I don't do that, but I want you to see it. Can you see it? It's supposed to have this little divot in it that picks up extra product, so you're supposed to get a lot of swipes because the product is in there. So you use a little less product. Let's see how much is in this thing. 0.115 fluid ounces. So let's compare that to another concealer. Okay, so the Too Faced Born This Way is 0.5, okay? That one is extra large. And then this MAC Studio Fix is 0.24 fluid ounces. And so this one is 0.15. So it's a lot less product, which is odd because you would think it would be more because it's bigger, but it isn't. But it has a lot of coverage, allegedly, so we will see. Alright, so I'm just going to go in and I'm going to first apply to the center of my face. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of product because I want to see how far I can stretch this. Like, if a little goes a long way, you know? So that blended out really, really nicely. No, that color is perfect for me, actually. Okay. And from what I could tell from Jeffree's video on this, it didn't seem like this concealer dries super fast, so you can apply it like everywhere and let it sit there and it'll be fine. I'm gonna put some more up here. Just gonna go ham because why not? We're testing concealer, we might as well go there, right? Alright, so I'm going in with just a Morphe sponge. There are 30 shades of this concealer. And when you're looking for your shade, bear in mind that the next number up doesn't mean that it's a deeper shade. It's numbered according to undertone, not darkness. So that's just a side note. Okay, what? Hold on. I think my blender is too wet because it's lifting product. I'm switching to this silicone sponge, this like half regular sponge, half silicone, because I think I didn't wring out my Morphe sponge enough and it was too wet, and when that happens it can lift product, you know. I don't know what's happening. Something is happening and I don't know what. Okay, it's weird because it was lifting right here a little bit, but I think it's because my sponge just like wasn't, it was like too wet. I don't know, like I have redness peeking through here. But like I've put a few layers on and I will say that there's no, it's not bunching, it's not caking up, it's just like melting away into the skin. So in that sense, it's really nice. So I don't know, it blended out very easily, but I can see redness right here. And I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but I put a few layers on top of that redness and blended it away, and it just melts into the skin. Like, it just melts, man. It's not bunching, it's not cakey. Like, if I put this much concealer over more concealer of any other formula, it would be a hot mess right now. And it's really not, so yeah, I'm impressed by that for sure. My cheeks are blinding right now on my monitor. On my face it looks nice. Wow, this is actually very nice. The way this sits on the skin is very foundation-like, where it's really pretty. It's just sitting there, it's not settling, it's not sinking, it's not creasing. Pretty impressed with this so far. First application. I mean, it doesn't seem to have as much coverage as my e.l.f. concealer, but it's the way that it's sitting on the skin. It's just very, it looks very skin-like. So I just opened this up. It has a little twist top there, and you can just pour the powder out into the cap. Ooh, I just sniffed some up my nose. I saw Jeffree's video and he said that it smells like cotton candy, but it's very faint. I can barely smell it. This is 0.35 ounces of product. By the way, these are $22 each. I mean, the smell is so faint. I was a little nervous about that because I don't typically like smell, but you can hardly smell it. So I'm just dipping my Morphe sponge into this powder and taking some. I took a little too much, but we're gonna go easy on it at first and just kind of see. I'm just gonna kind of spread it around first so it's like not too much in one area. Whoa, it's too much, it's too much. Abort. Flipped over to the side that has no powder just to press it in, just to see, kind of evenly distribute. And I did choose this shade Fair. I was gonna go with translucent, that was my plan, but when I looked at the translucent, it was really white, like a very white. So I opted for Fair, which is what almost translucent, if you will. It's color, but it's a very light shade, so it, I don't know. It seemed okay. This is so interesting. Powder is really pretty. Yeah, it melted into the skin. Did it blur as much as Velvetizer? I don't think it did. I'm gonna put some more, because why not? I haven't put enough already. And I'm just gonna bake over my pores. It's the only place I would ever do this. I would never bake my eyes, ever, ever, ever. But I'll just like let it sit there for a second and just kind of see what happens. If it makes things look a little bit more blurry, blurred out. But see how the color, this is fair and it looks like a translucent, you know? So if you're anywhere near my skin tone, I would say go with fair, because the translucent is like white. Like I put it on my hand and I was like, ooh, that looks very white. So let's dust this away. But I can tell you it doesn't look cakey when you bake. But it's not blurring me. Like my pores are still very much there. So it's not giving me the same effect that the Velvetizer does. But what I would like to do, I want to keep the Jeffree powder and stuff on this side, and I'm going to put Velvetizer on this side just so that I can wear them side by side and just see, because either way I'm going to be able to see like the Jeffree concealer with the Jeffree powder, and then I'll be able to see the Jeffree concealer with the Velvetizer powder, because I just want to see like if I notice a difference or not. Yeah. So if you guys are new here, I have an addiction to the Urban Decay Velvetizer powder. It's a mix-in medium. It's meant to go in your foundation to make it more velvety, but it's also a translucent powder, which is how I use it. Now, the reason I love this powder is because I do have very large pores, and I mean very large. So this is the only powder I've ever used, and you can see you only need a little bit, that has really, really, like really blurred my pores, because mine are too deep for any other powder to really, I don't know, no other powder has really ever done it. So I want to see if the Jeffree one is the same, better, different, not as good. I did not notice a huge difference between the Velvetizer and the Jeffree. And this one has 0.28 ounces, so Jeffree's powder has more product in it. So that's where I'm going to leave it for right now. I'm going to dust a little bit of Jeffree's powder. Just going to take a little on this large brush to set my whole face. For that, it's very nice. I like the way it looks on my whole face. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back to show you how everything looks finished, and then I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to check in with you later on, and we'll see how it looks at the end of the day, if I like the Jeffree concealer with the Jeffree powder, or if I like the Jeffree concealer with the Velvetizer powder better. I do have the Jeffree powder underneath the Velvetizer powder on this side, so I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see a difference. That was kind of a last minute random decision to do that, but that's what we're doing, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so the rest of my makeup is on. Just for reference, I have the Becca Sunlit Bronzer. I used the Morphe blush palette. I used these three shades here. I mixed them all together, and then I used the Mother of Dragons palette, the highlight palette from Urban Decay. If you guys didn't see, I reviewed this entire collection, so I'll leave that video down below. Okay, here's my thought. Everything, now that it's like set and like sitting there, looks beautiful. Both sides look identical. Like it doesn't look more blurred on the Velvetizer side at all, actually. They both look like just as pretty. The concealer, it looks so pretty. Like, it almost just looks like skin in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like, you know how foundation, it has like a thinner texture usually than concealer, and the way that it sits on the skin, like a good foundation, it sits on the skin in a very like light, airy, like sort of skin-like way, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Well, this concealer does that. Like, it's just like melted into everything, like as if it is like second skin. It's not settling, it's not caked, and I put like a bunch of layers of it over this redness that I was seeing. Like, I had a ton of redness there right now for some reason. I don't know if it's because like I washed all my makeup off and my skin was just irritated, or like what, but like I piled concealer on there, like, you know, like dabbed, I blended, I dabbed, I blended, but I put a few layers on, and it just looks like nothing. Like, it looks like nothing, but also flawless. I was like, as I was applying it, I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna like this, and that's gonna suck, because I'm gonna have to say something bad about Jeffree Star, and then everybody's gonna come for me, and this is gonna be awful. That's what I was literally thinking. Yeah, right now, I'm like kind of in awe. Like, this looks freaking awesome right now. Like, I was applying it going, this isn't better than the $5 e.l.f. It's just not. It's like, it's at best equal, you know? No, it's not equal. It's freaking beautiful. All that powder that went on my face at first, it just, like, once it like heated up with my skin's warmth, it just melted. Like, it. Okay, well, I'm really pleasantly surprised at how this looks 15 minutes later after applying. Like, I'm really like, ooh. So I'm going to be interested to see how I feel in 5 hours from now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to do cardio right now, because you guys know I love to. Ranger wants to play with his little red fox right now. Come here. Come here. Oh, he wants to say hello. He wants to say hello to everybody. Oh. He says, I haven't made an appearance in a while. What do you think of my concealer? Do you like it? Do you like my powder? How's my skin look? Are my pores blurred? What are you looking at, you clown? Oh, I love you so. He says hello. You look very red on camera, buddy. You're looking very bronzy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go about my day. You guys know that I love to do my cardio while I'm testing my face products. It just actually works out that way because that's what happens. It's my life. And so we like to test out face products in real life settings. So I'm going to go ahead and do my workout. I'm going to eat dinner. I've got some editing to do. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. And I will check back here with you guys tonight. I'll probably look a hot mess because I always do when I do my check-ins. But we'll check in and we'll kind of look and see how things look and see if they still look as great as they do right now. But as of this moment, yes. And we're back. Told you I would look a hot mess. Try not to disappoint in that way. Baby hairs, broken hairs, I don't know what you call these, but wow. They're fleeky deaky right now. Okay, firstly, it's 11 p.m. It's 11:02 p.m. I don't know, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Anyway, it's 11:02. I've had this on my face for 6 hours now, okay? So that's not a tremendous amount of time, but let's keep in mind that I did do cardio. The concealer is exactly where I put it. Nothing has shifted, nothing has moved, nothing has settled into any lines. It looks beautiful. The jury is out on the powder. I'm not exactly sure yet. I can definitely see my pores, but I don't know. There's still like a blurring effect that's happening. Like when I look at my face, when I get up close, I'm like, oh yeah, there's the pores, especially on this side, which I believe was the side without the Velvetizer, right? We put the Velvetizer on this side, right? And this side is the one that I can see the pores the most. Okay, so I had to go back and look because this is important shit here. This is important shit. The Velvetizer powder is this side. And I can see my pores more on this side than this side right now at this moment. And that is making me shook. So what I feel like I need to do, like tomorrow, is wear the Velvetizer on one side with no Jeffree powder and do the Jeffree powder and just see. But this isn't really a comparison video. That was just something that I decided to just throw in there because I'm so in love with the Velvetizer powder. I'm trying to find something that can beat it, you know? And just going on the concealer and the powder from Jeffree, just judging this side of my face, the concealer and powder look fucking unreal. So good. Like, it's not cakey, it's not settling, it's not breaking up at all, it's not worn off, it's perfection, it's flawless. It still looks like my skin, like he needs to put out a foundation. What? If this is his concealer and powder, like, I need to see the foundation. Come on, Jeffree, give me the foundation. And mind you, let me put this out there. This is the very first Jeffree Star product I've ever put on my face, aside from the blood sugar palette, which my friend had and I used once just because we were in a hotel and she had it and I tried it on my face. Like, that's pretty much my experience with Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Like, I really haven't tried many of his products at all. Wow. Like, way to introduce me to your shit, dude. This is not caking in my nose at all. It's not creasing. Like, this might be the answer to 35 and over concealer for full coverage. And I feel like a lot of women, especially a lot of women over 40, probably don't mess with Jeffree Star Cosmetics much because the packaging is so over the top and it's very extra. And I feel like it's definitely a younger demographic that would gravitate towards it, you know? But this product is amazing. Like, these two together, first impressions, this is my very first experience with the product just today. But like, if this is blowing my mind right now. Like, really, I'm I don't know what to say. Like, it's gorgeous. So that is it for today's video. I'm a little shook. I kind of can't believe this. Check the description box down below for any updates. I'm going to get this video up when you're seeing it, like it's tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning or afternoon, this video will be live on my channel. So I'm not going to probably have an update yet for the comparison of the Velvetizer, but by the end of tomorrow I will. So check the description box for that update if you're curious to see if this powder did beat the Velvetizer, because as of right now, like, just judging the Jeffree, like 100% Jeffree side, like, it looks gorgeous. Like, this is gonna be my new holy grail, I think, if, plus the fact, not for anything, but it's $14 cheaper, $12 cheaper, $12 cheaper. It's $12 cheaper, and it has more product than the Velvetizer. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to be too premature about this. I don't want to break up with Velvetizer just yet, but I don't know. Jeffree has come to play. He's come to play. So that is it for today's review and wear test. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and CastBox. All of those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.